Hi everyone, and welcome to Christmas in July. It's Scrappy Kathy with you here, and thanks for visiting my channel. And I'm going to in addition to using my Christmas supplies and scrapping a favorite moment from Christmases gone by, I'm going to be scraplifting this lovely page. I believe it could be Arelis Rodriguez, or I think that's who it is. I'm going to say that's who it is. And I'm going to try to, somehow when I looked at this, it isn't a Christmas page, hers is not. But when I looked at it, it kind of read as a Christmas page to me. So I love it and decided to do it all Christmassy. So I have gathered with me a whole bunch of scraps, and I have from different collections. And the only one I know for sure is I recognize the artwork on this one and the quality of the paper. It's Stephen Duncan for Cartabella. So I think that's, in these hearts, I'm pretty sure are cocoa vanilla. I think these bits, maybe all of these, are from Pink Fresh Studios. And this set of epoxy covered stickers is from 49 and Market, and it came in a listen to me, a Mind the Scrap kit from maybe last year, maybe the year before. So anyway, I'm gonna clean things off, and I'm using a lot of reds and greens and whites and different shades of green. I'm gonna use this little guy. All of this is older stash, and I pulled this from my Scrap Backwards kit. Everything else, of course, came from my Christmas stash. So I kind of just saw that, decided that this, excuse me, was going to kind of concentrate in the center. So I want to do a little bit of mixed media around, just peeking out of the outside, and then I'll add some splatters later. So let me get some paper. This is Speckled Egg, and it's Distress Oxide, and I'm reasonably sure that it will show up enough and go well enough with the red and green. I'm going to kind of get it up towards the corner there and down towards the corner here. And now I'm going to get a paintbrush. Where are my round paintbrushes? Here's a fairly big round end one. I bet they're all being washed. I bet that's what's happened to them. Let me get a little water in here. Oops, I've got some pink paint in there, or pink ink in there, and I don't want that, so someday, this is my fourth layout today, so I will admit that I have not absolutely cleaned everything thoroughly in between each layout. At the end of today, after my last layout, which isn't this one, I will probably, let's see if I can get enough water on this, and then I'll do this and kind of splatter it. It's not really coming off. So I expected that. This brush has to absorb a lot in order to release any of it. And I thought that this color would have kind of an icy look about it. And the reds and greens, the traditional Christmas colors, will look warm and inviting and happy and Christmassy in contrast to it. So I'm now gonna dry things off. And thereby kind of take up some of the color. Okay, so let's get started now. Let's get this party started. I have, if you'll notice in the original, there's the photo cluster, and then there's this cluster with the title and all these hearts. And so this is horizontal, and this one seems vertical to me. So I will assemble a horizontal cluster with all this stuff in it. The first thing I'm going to put down is this, and I'm going to just kind of place it right there, and this bit is going to go like so, and it's going to look like a whole piece because I'm going to put the photo cluster and some embellishments in here. Oh, let's see. I'll do that. And now I'm going to do, for the horizontal piece, I'm going to actually lay this frame down. And I want to put some foam behind it to kind of pop it up. So let me get that on there. And then I'll kind of finish building the photo cluster. But I wanted to get these two pieces on because they're going to show kind of through the frame. Let me get that. I'm going to have that be at the bottom. Because I'm going to build some things on top of it, and I wanted a good solidly, oh, you know what? But this is going to be vertical. So that's not the bottom. That's going to be the right side. So I'm doing this. Actually, let me do it. Let me check the size of that. I probably want it over like this. Okay, now I have, I'll put all this together, and then I think I'm going to staple those layers together. I'm going to put a green layer, this really torn green layer behind the photo just slightly askew. And this I'm gonna do kind of like so. And this will go that way. And this one will show mostly down at the bottom. And I'm gonna see if I can staple these together. This is Christmas morning, 2006. John and I were still living in Houston, and we came up to Georgia to visit, to be with the kid and the grandkids. I've got these two pieces that I thought I might kind of work into this somehow, but I don't think that's gonna fly. So I'll keep it because I distressed the edges and I think they look kind of cool. So I'm gonna move this kind of right up against this frame, and then I'm gonna put some glue on it. There. And in the original, there is a little paper clip, and I have one of those there, and I thought I could do something Christmassy on it with these guys. So I like these little, let me punch out the hole in it. Okay. Well, there we go. I'm going to do it here, kind of off to the side a bit, and I'll use these someplace else. This, I thought I would use for I want embellishments arranged vertically up and down here. So for example, I thought this could go here, but I've got this little Christmas light. I'm just going to put it there, and it is what it is. And I'll put the rest of them around there too. I need to put that where I can find it. Let me get some foam to go behind this, and I think I may need more because this is on this thick foam, and there's the thickness of the frame itself. So I'm going to put 2 layers of the thick foam behind it and just kind of prop it up there. And I'm going to add a few hearts, but they won't be my main embellishment theme, if you will. Like I said, hers is not a and her heart, she used the Vicky Bouton half and half hearts, and it makes them look like they're bent in the middle. So I'm going to bend this one in the middle and mount it there on the green where it really shows up. And I'm going to add a green one over to the red and white striped area, again bent in half. And that should stick like that. Okay, and I was going to use this to put the title on. The title, I'm going to use this red Merry and Christmas. And this would look, that would look so good on this. I wonder if I just kind of Christmas goes across it. It does fit. But I'm not liking it with that. So I'm going to toss it aside and I'm going to find an embellishment that kind of covers this area right here. Maybe have the gifts coming out like that, or this ticket kind of peeking out, and I can cut it so that it works. I could do, well, I could actually do it. I think I might like it this way. Okay, and then I've got this bit that could really kind of go there, and I could make it look like one of the paper layers, and then I get an extra layer in there without having to find another pattern paper scrap. So this can work kind of work for me in a way. Okay, just another distressed layer down there. I could do this there, and maybe the house, let's see, with the foam on this, I may not use that stack of presents because I still want to have some room for some hearts over here. Let's see if this will work. I just kind of want something. I thought this would look cool, showing through the frame, but it doesn't. It just doesn't. So if I can place that there, maybe then the stack of presents. I think the stack is just too big. So how about I cut that edge off of it and cut some off the bottom, make it a smaller stack of presents, kind of like so. There we go. And that seems to work. I can skip that. I've got this partridge in a pear tree, which seems like it might enjoy being here or here. Let's see. I like that this stack, in the original, this stack looks very vertical. And so let me find some more hearts. I'm going to get this aqua heart. I'm going to fold it in half, and I don't really have any red or green. I think these are not really Christmas. These hearts didn't come with a Christmas collection. Or maybe they did, but it doesn't have the bright reds and greens. So I'm going to take this other small green one, fold it in half, and kind of put it down here. And I might, as a nod to the half and half hearts, I could use one of these. Actually, that's not. Let me do some of these stars from the Where To Next collection. And I'll locate them near the hearts, which always seems appropriate. Do that one there, and it's got really all the right colors. So that, oh, there is one that's kind of half pink and half dark pink, and I'm liking that. That's what I will put maybe right there. And because I want it to be my let's see, what other color hearts did I have on here? I'll go with a yellow. Don't like that. I'll go with this one. Okay. Now, let's get back. Oh, that's from my scrap backers. Let's get back to figuring out if I'm going to use this partridge in a pear tree. If I do something here, then I'll need something down here. And I think I have the right something. And it's okay if I just have it loose like that. What I'm going to use down here, I have a color matched word that says jolly. And I will put it right there. Now, the Merry Christmas, I'm actually going to run, I might do the Merry here and the Christmas here. I think that will work. And if it doesn't, I'm not, I'm not liking that. So let's see what we can do. Maybe just the whole Merry Christmas right here, in which case I'll move this star over here to this side of the heart. And I'll put the Merry right there. And because I still want to keep that horizontal line going underneath that cluster, I'm going to line them up here. And I'm glad this is glued straight flat down. So I've got that. I have this Best Day Ever. And I kind of like it right there. So I'm going to do that. It's in a different color, gold or yellow from that, and you know what? I don't care. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to use all of the little Christmas lights. I must have used all the red ones and pink ones in previous pages. Let me get one here. Go down that way. And then I have another one that goes here. So that kind of is keeping that vertical. And I have lots of little epoxy dots that I'm also going to use. Kind of everywhere, all around. I do have a red one, yay. And kind of keeping this, I'm going to use all the small ones, even if I appear to be doubling up. Okay, that's a sticker, but the epoxy is gone. That happens sometimes, that the epoxy lifts right off the sticker. When they say it's an epoxy covered sticker, and 49 and Market uses them a lot, it really is just a sticker with an epoxy kind of almost poured on top of it. There. And I think I may not have any more of those. Let's see if there's anything here. I had thought on there, she's got something under her title. And let's see if this can go under this word strip. Because I put it down with liquid adhesive, it's not as easy to tuck anything under it. I'm gonna do that, and now of course I have to do some more glue, and that's okay. Pull off the piece of the frame that it tore up. And that kind of makes that a little bit more important there. And let's see, any more hearts? I think I'm going to use one more right there. And maybe one. Let's do that one there, because I like the contrast of the pink with that dark green. And then I'm going to use this sort of a little bit darker pink maybe over where I was going to put that one. But I want to use all of the hearts. And this large one can go maybe where? Right here. And I know it's not the same way that she used her hearts, but I'm good. I think that's all the hearts I'm going to use. If I had a really small pinkish one, I would use it. but instead I have these gold hearts from this Vicky Bouton sticker sheet, and I have 2 of them, so I can kind of use them to build up those vertical layers. And I think I'm done. I had thought about maybe trying to use one of these. Oh, I will use this. This is one of those dictionary definitions of Christmas. And it could kind of go there. I'm not, okay, I guess that is straight. I can do this right here. And it almost kind of starts that. It sets the parameters of that. So I think I'm done. And happy Christmas in July. And I hope you are inspired to start thinking about using your Christmas supplies. I have way more Christmas supplies than I will ever have Christmas to scrap. So I'm going to kind of I'm not liking that terribly much. I want a few more splatters, and I'm gonna try and see if I can get enough to do them. And I'll let these dry naturally, and they'll be darker than the other ones. I'll have some inside the picture frame. Okay, I think I'm done. Oh, wait, have you ever wanted to do this, where you have your drops you can just kind of drop on and get some really nice. I think those might need to be blotted up. Although I think I'll leave them and see if they end up with a little line around the outside. I think there are only certain mediums that happens. And I'm thinking Distress Oxides are not one of those mediums because I've used them and they've never done that for me. And I'm really liking seeing them on other people's pages. And I actually have watched a video where that's